Hey everybody, I'm Accidental Grenade. Welcome back to Binding of Isaac Rebirth Challenge runs. We've had a couple of easy, fun, casual, not throwaway, but just fun time challenges lately, but I know this one is going to be a little harder. This is the Waka Waka challenge. So we find ourselves with, I believe, anti-gravity magnetic tiers. So we'll see why this will be a problem. It's just those two items, I believe. So enemies are going to be pulled towards you, and you can see how this is particularly a problem with enemies that charge you, because they charge you even faster than normal. Like Pride here. That was bad. I should not have crossed his, should maybe just stayed above him there. But we've got Anarchist Cookbook. Anarchist Cookbook is, I would say, a bad item overall, but it has some uses. If you find yourself in a room with a lot of pots or a tinted rock or something like that, you can try to use Anarchist Cookbook to unlock something. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. You can kind of just move in a backwards fashion with anti-grav magnetic, and believe that is where the Waka Waka name comes from, because if I do this, it looks a lot like the original Pac-Man. For you kids out there, Pac-Man was a video game in which you played a chompy yellow guy, and there were ghosts and stuff and fruit. You can tell I know a lot about Pac-Man. I just ran into the poop because I was being a cheeky little bugger. I want to go in the curse room. I do. But we're going to go fight the boss first, because I'm afraid I might take enough damage that going in the curse room would kill me. So let's see, maybe I'll use Anarchist Cookbook here and just see what happens. I mean, it did a little damage. I think one of those bombs hit there. Yeah, see, so, like, whoa, like, this little Steven is really annoying with anti-grav. You gotta be careful how often you shoot, just because he can really spring towards you unexpectedly, like that. But it's okay. It's impossible to get a deal with the devil on the first floor like this anyway, so not too broken up about the fact that I took some damage there. I mean, it'll leave me with one red heart, but I like to live dangerously. Let's go to the curse room. If I'd hit that poop, I probably would have said screw it, let's not. I could try, I mean, I can't bomb my way in because I only have one bomb, so. And we are going to get to a deal with the devil here. Are we going to be insane here and take ourselves down to one heart? No, because Spirit of the Night doesn't do much for us. It gives us flight, which is useful. Now, you know what? Let's skip out on all of these. Spirit of the Night gives us flight. That's kind of more what I was hoping for there. Which is useful, but the spectral tiers are pretty much useless, I think, with the anti-grav magnetic that we have. The tiers aren't going to move until they get released, and who knows if it's going to matter if they go over rocks or not. I think it's smart non-pickup there, I guess, if that makes sense. That was some really stupid damage. I was not really paying attention. I should really follow these in the direction that they're moving and not try to go against the current. Haha! Smart, smart, smart. And now I've taken red heart damage. So I will mostly be seeking just not to die on this floor. Gonna tap shoot a little bit here. Okay, thank you, little Steven. I do appreciate it. Stationary enemies like this are fine with anti-grav magnetic because it has basically no effect. Let's put a bomb down here while we're waiting to kind of finish this room. That's great. Unfortunately, it's a little late. I could possibly use Anarchist Cookbook in here, and maybe I will actually, just to see if I can get some pots to pay out. I didn't, but it was worth a shot, I think, maybe to try to get some money. Anarchist Cookbook's a 3-room charge, so you might as well use it, I think, because you're going to end up not using it as often as you should if you wait on it. I think with a 3-room item, a lot of times you end up saving it too much, I think, if that makes any sense. I don't know how in the world I ever would have not taken damage there, even if I didn't have this item loadout. That seemed like a kind of a bullshit start, if you ask me, for this room. There were 4 like headless enemies there in the middle of the room. I mean, I guess if you don't have anti-grav, if I hadn't fired right away, maybe they just don't move towards you. They sort of just amble around, and you can weave between them. So perhaps I should not fire on my way into rooms with this combination. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now I think about it. Cleared out some room for myself there. Got a key of profit. I'm not feeling great about the health situation. We could still conceivably get a deal with the devil, or angel, since we walked out of that other deal with the devil, on this floor, if we don't take damage against the boss. So, we'll see if we can make that happen. Not so sure. Got one bomb. I have one bomb. Let's... it's a 50-50 for the secret room, basically, I think. So let's forego that for now. I could use the bomb there as well and open up a golden chest. Let's fight the boss and we'll decide. Alright, Monstro. Just come with me if you would. Perfect. Yeah, it's weird. It just kind of slides your enemies around. With certain enemies, like this Monstro fight is going well, but you really, I'm going to have to be a lot more careful with the charging enemies. And I would have predicted that even going in, but just haven't done a good job of it so far. Range up, I think, is mostly meaningless. You know what I'm going to do is use Anarchist Cookbook. This is a scary room. I'm going to use Anarchist Cookbook in here. And see, this could be dangerous. I'm going to see if I can, like... Nope. That didn't work at all. Let's go in the curse room. Anyway. Pills and soul hearts. Okay, so this is automatically, almost no matter what, worth it. Unless... Okay, now it's definitely worth it no matter what. Oh, yeah. That was a great payout. We got a pretty fly. 4 soul hearts. And so we used 1 going in there. So we gained 3 soul hearts and got a pretty fly. Nice. That's a good payout. And yeah, let's just go. I think we just go. I'm not going to spend a bomb looking for the secret room there. Let's just get a move on. Saddle up, cowboy. Can I get come to me? Nope. Okay. Oh. How about you don't? Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty don't. Oh! There's going to be a lot of that. Oh! Hit! Just because anti-grav. It's just this unpredictable kind of increase in speed that you don't see coming. It seems almost like disproportionate to the fact that they're magnetized. Or like, I don't know, jerky in a way. Like, look at how it goes. And that makes it fun, right? But also scary. Oh man, Envy seems like a nightmare fight actually, because there's going to be so many particles in a minute here that I don't like this very much at all. So maybe we do the, let's do the actual Waka Waka strategy. Nope. Nope. Okay, if you stop shooting, they just go back to their predictable patterns. It's important to keep in mind. Okay. Focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. No, that's Johnny Cash is hurt. Focus on the small nubs, and that way you keep the fight a little more manageable. If you shoot the larger ones, you're going to end up with tons of nubs on the screen, and then you're bound to take damage. It's an inevitability. Like death and taxes and Pitbull calling himself Mr. Worldwide in one of his songs. You can't avoid it. No matter how many times you change the radio station, you're going to find that man, that balding, sunglassed man. Anarchist Cookbook has a charge. I haven't seen a room yet that I want to use it on. Waka Waka Waka. Like, I'm tempted to use Anarchist Cookbook just like on this room because these guys are annoying to fight. But I don't know if that's, like, using Anarchist Cookbook offensively Seems not great. I think it's been changed to where, like, if there's a boss, the bombs will kind of cluster around the boss more, so I am tempted, or I am inclined to use it a little more against bosses. But when there's a lot of enemies on the room, the bombs spread out and just don't seem to be that effective. It's kind of impotent. This re-rolls everything on the floor, I think, like on the ground. So let's pick up the key first because I want that, and then re-roll. Yeah, so we got another key out of it. Bomb stayed a bomb basically, and one of the chests changed into a penny. I have no idea of how to measure whether that was strategically worth it. Let's do it. Bob's brain is scary, but I'm gonna pick it up because I think scary is a synonym for fun in Isaac. Because we're gonna be trying to keep our distance from enemies anyway, so Bob's brain seems like not a bad pickup in this situation. Like if you have something that makes you want to get really close to enemies, Bob's brain is horrible because it explodes. And when you're close to enemies like you want to be, you're also going to damage yourself and then feel like an idiot every time it happens. Like I almost did there. But when you have a loadout with a lot of range or something like that that allows you to keep your distance or encourages you to keep your distance, like we have now. Interesting. Found a secret room there. Bob's brain can be pretty good. Pretty good kind of synergy. And we just picked up the chariot and the blank card, which seems like an incredibly fortuitous turn of events. We're going to be able to use... we're going to have invincibility every 4 rooms. If you don't know why that is good, you're an idiot. So I'm not going to explain it any more than that. And yeah, we'll pick up... It's going to give us more champions, but more damage. I'm going to pick up the champion belt. More champion enemies, higher chance of champion enemies spawning, but we have more damage. And a lot of times, as is the case in Isaac, the increase in damage is evidenced by the fact that our tiers... nice little non-use of Bob's brain there. I stopped shooting because I didn't want to trigger Bob's brain because they were close to me. But yeah, there's a visual effect. Our tiers are larger when we have more damage, which is a nice kind of way to gauge damage if you're coming in late to watching a run. I took some damage from Bob's brain there, but I'm not going to sweat it. If you're coming in late, like tuning into a run or a stream, you can kind of easily gauge how much damage someone has. Goathead is good this early. Only Catacombs 1. I could have maybe used the chariot there to get into the curse room or out of it without taking damage, but I prefer to use it on the boss. I know I'm only going to take like 1 half heart on the way in and out of the curse room. It's easy on a boss to take more than 1 tick of damage a lot of the time, so I did think about it though. So we use this, and oh, we can't shoot when I do that, of course. Yeah, that was dumb. I for some reason was thinking that I still had the ability to shoot when use the chariot, which is silly. It's not the case. But this fight is over anyway, and because of Goathead, or because we actually just didn't take any red heart damage, I don't think, on that floor, we do get to deal with the devil. That's Abaddon, I believe. The nail, Satanic Bible. So I think the way we do this is we take... I want Satanic Bible more than I want the blank card, I think. And then we take Abaddon, which takes away all our red hearts and just gives us 6 black hearts. And next floor, Abaddon's going to give us a lot of damage and Fear Shot. Fear Shot, Anti-Gravity, or not Anti-Gravity, Fear Shot, Magnetic Tears seems like a weird combination. Like the enemies will run away but then get pulled back to us. So that'll be interesting to see. I couldn't really escape the damage there. Got kind of trapped. Red chest. Guppy's head is nice to pick up as progress towards becoming Guppy, but we'll stick with Satanic Bible because health is my biggest worry on this run. I was really hoping Bob's brain would hit there. Accidentally picked up that battery, but it's not too much of a waste. We'll get a black heart right away. Health is definitely my biggest worry on this run, so we're not going to go with Guppy's head. We're going to go with Satanic Bible to give us the extra black hearts as we go along. Ensure our survivability a bit more. I'm going to damage myself more than usual in this run with enemies, basically. And picking up Bob's Brain will damage us maybe a few times just when an enemy kind of pops up behind us or gets close before I realize it's happening, kind of thing. But yeah, Magnetic Tears and Anti-Gravity, just a combination where you're going to end up damaging yourself. It's going to happen, most likely, unless you've done this quite a bit already in the past. I'm tempted to just use the actual Chariot card here. Really considered it, because Greed is no slouch. I think I'm more likely to take damage on Greed than a lot of actual bosses in the game, and he's just considered a mini-boss, but he's a pretty dangerous dude. Full suite of orbitals from one bomb seems like an amazing deal. Pretty Fly orbitals only do damage to fly-type enemies, so I have seen people before be complaining about, you know, don't these flies do damage, or how do I get it? Why aren't they doing damage to the enemies? So it is kind of a weird quirk of the fly orbitals that they only damage the fly-type enemies. It's an important thing to keep in mind if you maybe had the choice between the Pretty Fly and a cube of meat or something like that. I believe Sacrificial Dagger does the... yeah, I'm going to use this. I believe Sacrificial Dagger does the best damage out of any of the orbitals, but I'm not certain on that, especially considering some of the new ones, like Big Fan and some of those. Oh, wow. I'm not used to that. I don't know if it's new. Like, I don't remember in vanilla Krampus ever shooting immediately when you started to fight him, so maybe that's a new kind of feature in this boss fight, or maybe it happened before and I've just forgotten about it. Lump of Coal is probably very good. Let's see how big our tears get. If we just kind of... Yeah. Yeah, they're probably going to increase in damage a lot just from being on the screen so long with Anti-Grav. I like that quite a bit. We'll go down to the next floor. Making good time. Not nearly as good as the last two runs, but that's to be expected. Those runs were much more powerful from the beginning, but we've gotten some good item pickups. Anti-Grav and Magnetic with these guys is a lot of fun because they just run in and kill themselves. That's another Pretty Fly pill, which is going to do nothing for us, so I'll just leave it. They kind of kamikaze kill themselves on your tiers, which is cool. Unfortunately, I used too many and he ran right into me as well, but I think we're going to be fine going forward in this run. And Balls of Steel shows up just to drive my point home. I'm not going to investigate that golden chest. Once you get to a certain point in a run, right, you just want to kind of cruise through it, and I think we're at that point. These guys are nice because they can't be sucked toward me too far. It is still good to use Satanic Bible, even if you're at the HP cap, as long as you don't have all black hearts, because black hearts are more valuable. They will replace any other kind of, well, not any other, they'll replace soul hearts, and black hearts will do damage to enemies when they're expunged rather than the soul hearts just disappear. So it's a good thing to still do, even if you're... Wow, and the game is giving us just tons of batteries. I am probably going to get to all black hearts, all other than the one red heart that I still do have, or that I did get after getting Abaddon, I should say. There we go. It's the champions that are giving me more batteries because we're getting more champions from Champion Belt, but it still seems like so many. Alright. And glad Bob's Brain did not hit there. If I were the boss room, I'd probably be down this way, would be my guess. But it is totally just a guess. I think it was a correct guess though. Yep. Yeah, sorting enemies out very quickly with these tiers. Loki should not be too much of a problem. Bob's Brain, if you could get in there, yeah. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's a sigh of relief when Bob's Brain does hit, because then you know Bob's Brain can't hit you. So it's nice to get that out of the way, basically. tears and shot speed, so we'll be producing a lot of tears before they fire off here, which is nice. They get very large with lump of coal. That's fun. Man, I don't even know how brimstone anti-grav works, but I have to see it, I think. This might be like kind of against the spirit of the run. Okay, I have seen this before now that I think about it. And this may actually be worse, but if enemies, does it still do anti-grav? Do they get sucked into my brimstone vortex? I don't know, but I'd like to find out. Let's see. Find me some enemies. No. No. Game just teasing me. No enemies? Just no enemies on this floor. I don't know. This is weird. It's a weird one. They do get sucked into it, which is fun. It's pretty crazy. They just kind of get sucked in and spin around in the vortex once you get it close enough to them. Yeah, and and super dangerous at the same time. So I think we're still going to be able to win just based on the amount of health we have, but I don't even know if this is a good pickup if you already have this kind of loadout. It seems kind of crazy. Like, just get sucked into it and you got to deal with the aftermath. Especially if there's going to be a lot of... Oh, we've cursed the maze. Yeah, I mean, rooms like that are easy, but if there's a lot of enemies, especially enemies that explode into shots, and maybe I'm just thinking that because we have Curse the Maze got me. That was... I walk into the spikes sometimes. That one was because Curse the Maze transported me up into another room, and I was expecting the previous room where there were not any spikes. But yeah, I may just be thinking that because we're... because we have the champion belt, which is giving me more champion enemies, and those are the ones that do explode and do all sorts of crazy things, like explode into bullets and other some such nonsense. But I'm not sure if this would be a good pickup, just generally speaking. Flat penny. I don't think so. Flat penny. Okay, this is like a tough room because we got to put this down and then get them to kind of... Yeah, this is... Bob's brain helping me out. Let's put it like here, maybe. Yeah, that's tough because they move and you got to just predict where they're going to be in a few seconds with the anti-grav vortex brimstone nonsense because you can't actually get them sucked into it like other enemies. So actually with this, unlike the regular anti-grav, the enemies that are over these chasms are going to be a lot harder for us to kill. Well, not all of them. The ones that are over chasms and move, which is namely just the wall spiders, I think. So one type of enemy is a lot harder to kill. The other ones are relatively easy to kill, but the shots that come out of them can be dangerous. And you just don't want to get between the vortex. There we go. You don't want to get between the vortex and the enemy, because then the enemy will get sucked into you. Soviet Russia, enemy sucks into you. I don't know. It's an old, crappy meme. There we go. And this is going to be it for us, I think. Let's check out our shop before we go fight. Sure, I'll pick up the soul heart. And the battery, why not? We'll buy that. I don't want to pick up the broken stopwatch just in case it can either slow down or speed up. Freaking Curse of the Maze. It can either slow down or speed up a fight, and I really don't want it to speed up the mom fight. So I'm just going to put down tons of vortexes facing left and right and just see what happens. Just try to stay alive. And we're almost done already. So this is one of those runs where the fights leading up to mom were much harder than the mom fight itself. And we are done. That is a run that I would not have anticipated would go so quickly, but it did it. I'm very pleased. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a comment, and if you want to see more videos when they come out, please subscribe. I'm Accidental Grenade. Thank you so much for watching.